Hi, I'm Max Cerrone. And this is Mets Fog. Brought to you by Barazoni. Today I'm standing in the Mets clubhouse. Right now it's empty, but I can just imagine what it's like when the players are here dressing for tonight's game. I would like to see the players get dressed. I bet many of them would probably give me a little nod of the head. I bet David Wright would nod his head at me if he saw me. He once did that in Florida. Today we will be talking about Jose Reyes and his upcoming free agency. I've written that the Mets are most likely to start talks at around 5 years and $90 million, maybe more, maybe less, and I think that's still the way it stands. That being said, Jose's latest hamstring injury certainly raises doubts as to his ability to avoid injuries to his hamstrings. But like I said, how do you put a dollar value on his popularity with the fans? But that being said, the thing that I keep coming back to is how, if at all, does the latest injury, in addition to the earlier injuries, impact this approach? Because, like I said, there could be an impact on this, with what other teams, who might be interested, might be willing to offer in terms of years. I am hearing, from people around the game, that San Francisco will be Sandy's biggest competition, which is what I thought. Unless other teams become interested, like I wrote before. Like the Braves, like the Angels, like the Cardinals, like the Yankees, like the Red Sox, like the Phillies, like the Cubs, like the Braves, like the Giants. Like I said, what's to keep those teams from being interested depending on their circumcisions? What I keep coming back to is that Sandy will have to make a good, strong offer. But how does Sandy Alderson value Jose? I mean, you know, he has a number, and I think that number is 5 years and $90 million, but it could be more and it could be less, like I wrote before. That being said, whatever Sandy does, I will be in favor of it. Because Sandy is the adult in the room. Also, the Mets pay for the ads on Mets Fog, and if they get mad and stop giving me money, I'll be just another schmuck with a blog. So like I've said before, I think it will start at 5 years and $90 million unless there are other teams willing to go beyond that. Whatever they do, I will be happy, but I will also express some misgivings. For today's poll, we would like to ask you, the viewer, whether you feel more optilogical that the Mets will sign Reyes or more pessimistic about signing him for too much or lose him altogether, and whether or not that is for the best or worse. Hey, look. That's David Wright, the face of the franchise. Hey, Mr. Wright. Yo, David. Over here, David. It's me. Max. M-A-X. Max Cerrone from Mets Fog. You nodded your head at me at Port St. Lucie last spring. Yo, David. I'm over here. I guess he was in a hurry. Oh well, gave me a little nod. You didn't see it. But he did. He gave me a nod. That's it for this edition of Mets Fog with Max Cerrone. Next time we are going to talk about the upcoming free agency of Jose Reyes and whether or not he's worth paying even with the injuries. This is an issue where I can see both sides. See you next time.